Listen carefully, because what I'm about to share with you might completely change the way people, especially women, see you from the very first moment. Pause whatever you're doing for a second, because this is one of the fastest ways to trigger attraction without saying a word. I'm talking about creating an instant magnetic pull, the kind that makes a woman notice you, feel something, and not fully understand why. And here's the best part. You don't need better genetics. You don't need more money. You don't need to fix your hairline or become someone else, because most men have been sold a lie. They believe attraction is about luck, about looks, status, or external validation. But psychology tells a completely different story. The human brain makes decisions about people in seconds, not minutes, not hours, seconds. And in those few seconds, a woman's subconscious mind is scanning you, not judging your bank account, not analyzing your resume, but looking for something much deeper: signals, signals of confidence, signals of emotional stability, signals of presence. Let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever walked into a room and noticed a man who wasn't the best looking guy there, yet somehow women were naturally drawn to him? They laugh at his words more easily. They lean in when he speaks. They hold eye contact just a little longer. Meanwhile, another man standing nearby might look better on paper, better clothes, better car, more status, and yet he fades into the background. Why? Because attraction is not about appearance. It's about signals. And once you understand these signals, everything shifts. Women start reacting to you differently, not because you said something special, but because they feel something different in your presence. Quick favor before we go deeper: hit the like button and subscribe. It helps this channel grow more than you think. Welcome to Love, Lies, and Reality, where we break down the real psychology behind attraction, confidence, and human behavior, so you can move through life with awareness, control, and quiet power. Now here's the truth most men are never told. Your appearance matters, yes, but it's only half of the equation. The other half, it lives entirely in the subconscious mind. We're talking about mental shortcuts the brain uses to instantly decide: is this man confident? Is he safe? Is he grounded? Psychologists call this the halo effect. And once it activates, people begin to see you differently, even without knowing why. Let's start with one of the most powerful signals of all: posture. Before you say a single word, your body is already speaking. When your shoulders are slightly back and your chest is open, your body sends a biological signal. Cortisol drops. Your nervous system calms. And here's something fascinating. In nature, dominant animals move slowly. They don't rush. They don't shrink themselves. They take up space naturally. And humans, we subconsciously read those exact same signals. Now let's talk about something even more powerful: eye contact. This is where most men get it wrong. Some avoid it completely because they feel nervous. Others overdo it, staring too intensely. Both extremes send the wrong message. The sweet spot? Simple. When your eyes meet hers, hold it for about 1 natural second, just enough to acknowledge her, then give a subtle nod or a relaxed half smile, and look away calmly. That small moment, it communicates confidence without pressure. Now here's something almost nobody talks about, but it has a strong psychological impact. Blink rate. When you're anxious, your body speeds up. You blink more. Your movements become erratic. But calm individuals, they blink slower. They move with rhythm, and that calm rhythm signals something powerful: safety. Women may not consciously notice it, but their nervous system responds instantly. Now let's go deeper. Your voice. When a man feels nervous, he speeds up. He talks faster because he's afraid of being judged or interrupted. But when you slow your speech down just by 10%, something changes. Your voice becomes deeper, more controlled, more grounded, and biologically, that signals emotional regulation, one of the most attractive traits a man can have. That's why women often say, I don't know what it is, but he just felt confident. They're not analyzing you logically, they're responding to your signals. Now, here's something most men misunderstand completely. Your flaws? They're not as visible as you think. This is called the spotlight effect. It's when you believe everyone is focused on your imperfections, your hairline, your weight, your small insecurities. But in reality, people barely notice. And the more you try to hide those things, the more attention you bring to them. Confidence doesn't hide flaws. It reframes them because people don't respond to what they see. They respond to what they feel from you. And that brings us to something powerful, silence. Most men fear it. The moment there's a pause, they rush to fill it. They talk more, explain more, overshare. But here's the truth. Silence is not awkward. Nervousness is. Silence creates tension, and tension creates attraction. When you say something and allow a pause, you create space, and in that space, engagement grows. Try this. Next time you're talking to a woman, say something meaningful, then stop. Hold the moment. Don't rush. Watch what happens. She often leans in, smiles more, speaks faster, because now she's filling the space, and that increases connection. Now let's talk about something rare in today's world. Presence. Being fully where you are, not checking your phone, not scanning the room, but actually giving your attention. Because here's the truth. People with the most power are rarely in a rush. When you move slowly, sit down calmly, turn your head smoothly, you communicate something powerful. I have time, and time is associated with status. Now let's refine this even further. Tone of voice. Avoid ending your sentences like questions. Instead, speak with calm certainty, not aggressive, not forced, just grounded. That's leadership energy. And leadership isn't control, it's self-direction. Now here's a subtle but powerful signal. The micro smile. Not forced, not excessive, just natural. Appears when something is genuine, then fades. That balance creates warmth without desperation. An emotional balance that's deeply attractive. Now let's talk about something physical. Space. Low confidence men shrink themselves. They close off. They minimize their presence. Confident men, they occupy space naturally, not aggressively, just comfortably, feet grounded, shoulders relaxed, arms at ease. This is called space ownership, and it signals one thing: I belong here. And when you look like you belong, people treat you like you do. Now understand this. This is not about pretending. It's about removing the habits that hide your real confidence, because you already have value. It's just buried under tension. When that tension disappears, your real personality shows up, and that's what people connect with. Because attraction doesn't start with words. It starts with energy, calm, stable, grounded. In a world full of noise, that energy stands out instantly. So here's your challenge. The next time you walk into a room, slow down, open your posture, lift your chin slightly, hold eye contact for 1 second, speak slower, allow silence, and most importantly, stop acting like you're waiting to be chosen, because when you stop chasing approval, you become the man who chooses, and people feel that shift immediately, especially women. They may not understand it, but they'll feel it in their body language, in their eye contact, in their attention, because attraction is not logical, it's subconscious. And once you start sending the right signals, everything changes. Now here's something I want you to do starting tomorrow. Pick just 3 signals. Practice them in real life, at work, at the store, in conversations, and observe what happens. Because the shift, it's faster than you think. And remember this, your age is not your limitation, it's your advantage. Experience creates depth, maturity creates stability, and those are qualities that stand out more than ever. You're not behind, You're just getting started. If this opened your eyes even a little, drop a comment below and tell me, which signal are you going to try first? And where are you watching from? I read every comment. And if you want more real, unfiltered psychology about attraction, confidence, and human behavior, make sure you subscribe to Love Lies in Reality, turn on notifications, and share this with someone who needs to hear the truth. Because the way people see you starts changing the moment. Gainchu, you change your presence. And I'll see you in the next one.